Hello, ladies and gentlemen, others. Welcome back to the Nipa TV show. I'm your host, Nipa TV. That's me, and we're gonna be playing some more Valhalla. Let's go to work. Good evening. Hey, Jill. How are you feeling? I won't say good, but not that bad, I guess. That's nice to hear. Where's Gil? Did he run away again? Nah, I have him on there on duty buying the drinks for tomorrow. That sounds weird coming from the owner of the bar. Every energy drink from here will come out of our own funds. So if we're gonna spend money, we might as well get more variety. Besides, those kind of walks are always good for Gil. You're the boss. Who's coming so far? Well, there's the three of us, the dogs you invited Titty Hacker, Gil invited Jamie. Oh yeah, I also invited Dorothy when I call her to spend the night with you. Sounds good so far. Invite anyone else you feel like inviting, the more the merrier. I could, but I bet everyone's made plans by this point. That's true. I'll be in my office. Call me should anything arise. Alright. Boom! Time to mix drinks and change lives. Wait here, I'll check inside. Welcome to Valhalla. Oh. A BTC bar? Excuse me, do you know where the Athena Convention Center is? Why does that place make people get lost so easily? They should have called it the Minotaur Center. Yeah. Hold on, let me scribble the directions on paper. Thanks! Go to the right. When you see a building filled with hobos, this should be it. Thanks a lot. Anything else I could help you with? What the hell? I'll have a drink. What about you? A Brantini, please. Right. Brantini. 6. Apparently the Lilum freaks me out. Panda Delta, Carmetrine, aged and mix. Here you are. Thanks. That's an interesting outfit in this cold season, miss. Vela. Well, I'm actually cosplaying, so call me Vela for the time being. And your Lilum friend is Essentia. I get it. You're cosplaying too. Sure, let's go with that. Have you heard of a game called Bartender? That cult classic game that has seen like 3 remastered versions made by 6 different companies this year? That one. We're in cosplaying group dedicated to it and we got lost on the way. I heard you were talking to someone on outside. Oh yeah, a friend. A friend is cosplaying as Alex. I told him to wait outside. Shouldn't he enter? He'll be fine. Something amiss? There's a girl behind you. Short hair, black sailor uniform, missing an arm. Wearing jeans under a skirt. Now, don't spook the bartender. Spook. Anything else? I'll get a fluffy dream and be on my way. And you? I'm fine. Fluffy dream, eh? She drank that last drink pretty fast. The Brantini, my goodness. About a Delta. Optional Carmetrine, aged and mixed. Here you go. Here. Yep, this is the thing. Seriously though, should you leave your friend outside like that? He'll be fine. He started chatting with one of the vending machines. They were talking about R&B music. Does your friend prefer the 1980s R&B or the 1970s? 1980s, I think. Oh shit. Boss, Didi, R&B. I'm coming. You see, Didi is a 1970s purist. He has tased people for even liking 1980s R&B before. He got tased! Oh god. He'll be fine. Vending machines have very weak tasers. He'll be confused for a couple of minutes, but that will be that. You should go check on him, though. Right. Thanks for the directions. Please come again. At least it wasn't Franco-Belgian comic opinions this time. Black sailor uniform. Hope I'm just overthinking it. More importantly, though, jeans under a skirt. Welcome to Valhalla. Oh, hey, Dorothy. Oh, hi, honey. Are you okay? I just kind of wandered in here. I guess I'm a bit distracted. Can Lilum just wander? Can I get you something? Oh, Sugar Rush. Yeah, that. Right. Dorothy seems down. She asked for a Sugar Rush, but hasn't told me to drink about it. Shares it up. Huh. 2 Adelheid, 1 powdered, and 1 Carmetrine, all mixed. 1 Sugar Rush. Thanks. Seeing her down is so weird. Yeah. So much silence. By the way, thanks for staying with me the other day. Turns out I really needed that. So, did you enjoy the soda? No. Did you find that one out? Was it supposed to be a secret? No. But don't go around telling everyone about that. I did it because it was you who needed my help, but a hug night is usually one of my most expensive services. It is? Hey, I don't know if the client has body odor or something like that. Not to mention it limits the chances of getting any other client that night. Still, did it help? Yeah, it helped me cool down a lot. So, from what Dana told me, someone close to you died, right? Yeah. Do you want to know more about it? Do you want to tell me about it? I brought it up enough times already, I think. No problem then. You were sad and that's all I needed to know. Sorry for the loss though, I mean it... Thanks. Although I've wondered for a while, do you Lilum really understand death? Sorta. Kinda. Our whole database is constantly being backed up in the collective source. Even if our bodies are destroyed, we can be deployed again with our personalities and memories intact. So our concept of mortality might be different. We do have a fear of death though. You do? We can't even begin to understand the idea of not being redeployed. While we have built-in warnings, the mere idea of that nothingness is paralyzing. There are a few that don't mind it, but we do fear death and we don't wish it on anyone. In fact, that was the argument used for abolishing the whole 3 laws thing. You seem quite knowledgeable about robot history. Seeing what others have done to make sure I can't live like I do helps me not take things for granted. Seriously though, those laws were bullshit. Can't harm humans, can't disobey humans unless it's about hurting them. And you can protect yourself as long as it doesn't harm humans. I mean, sure, the first AIs were just helpers and tools, but how could those laws still apply to them after they achieve self-awareness? Who in their right mind would abide only by rules inscribed in some old book? If I remember correctly, those were only the distilled versions of the laws some writer imagined over 100 years ago. They were a reduced version of all his ideas. However, many authors afterwards took to them like they were the very laws of physics or something. And like many other things, people distill and exaggerate what they need and use it to their favor. Wow, you're a nerd. Look who's talking. Let's change the subject a bit though. Mood's getting gloomy. Your apartment is very comfy, you know? It's a tad small though, sorry about that. And your cat is so cute! What was his name again? 4. Why 4? I figured if he ever got lost, at least I wanted to be able to yell 4! It happened once. You'd be surprised by how many golf players you run into. And every time you play with them, you can say it's foreplay. Hehe. Hehe. Yeah. He was also named after someone. Really? Who? A Lilum kid that wanted to transcend. What? A movie character or something? Sure, let's go with that. Huh? Do you want anything else? Let's go with the Blue Fairy. Alright, Blue Fairy. Blue Fairy for Dorothy. 4 Adelheid. 1 Flanner Guide. Optional Carmetrine. Asian Mix. Here. Why do they call it a Blue Fairy? Is it because of Pinocchio? I believe the name is based off of absinthe, which some call the Green Fairy. The first versions of the drink were described as sweeter absinthe. Sadly, they had to fix the formula because people were turning green. Not blue? Bluish green. You seem to have cheered up a bit there. Yeah, talking to you always helps me get my mind off things. Hey, there's something I've been wondering for a while. What? What kind of friends do you have? I mean, are they in your same line of work, or... Friends? Aside from you? Thank you. Well, there's Lawrence. That vending machine is a lot of fun to be with. Well, once you get past his quirkiness, that is. I've also met a lot of nice people working in the streets. From the top of my head, I could think about Nightingale, another Lilum. He changed himself to have fur and a more wolf-like face. He's also a pretty good pianist. He plays in a jazz band on the weekends. There's also Nadira, a drag queen and the owner of a club I've been invited to a few times. She has an animal shelter on the side. I help her with it occasionally. Oh, there's also Sister Clementine, a nun from an orphanage. I go there sometimes and play with the kids. Whoa, that's something I didn't expect to hear. I also almost got adopted once. I was flattered, but it was weird. Oh, and it turns out I already knew your boss. Some years ago what? What? I said too much. Client confidentiality, all that. Oh. Well, enough tangents. Why were you gloomy in the first place? Gloomy? When you came in, I don't know if gloomy is the right word, but you were pretty quiet at the very least. And knowing how you normally are, it was pretty weird. Oh, don't worry about that. Just had one too many things going on in my mind. I wasn't gloomy or anything. More like distracted, really. Well, I think I'll go now. Thanks for lending me an ear, honey. My boss told you about the party tomorrow, right? Yep, I wouldn't dare to miss that. Okay then. Alright then, see you tomorrow. Good luck. Thanks! And that's that. Boss, I'll be taking my break. Alright. Alright, taking the first break, yeah. Or I guess the only break before we get off of work. Oh, there's cool. I've never noticed that Dorothy's right here. I don't know who that is. I think that's Say, and then that's what's her face? Forgot her name. I need to remember to buy more cigars. Why? Back. Did I miss something? Unless you count the worst PPV main event fight I've seen all year? Not really, no. Alright. Going out? I'll have a word with Go-Go outside. He was so hyped for that match. He must be devastated. Okay. Welcome to Valhalla. Oh, hi, Say.
Good evening, Jill.
How are you doing?
The nightmares have stopped, so I'm sleeping better.
How about your injuries?
My bones are healing nicely. My wounds finally closed. The scars itch a bit, though.
Well, that's good to hear. Are you by yourself today?
Yeah, I'm running a couple of errands by myself today, but I wanted to come here for a while.
I also noticed the big guy from last time is outside.
Lester? Stella doesn't want me being alone while I'm still healing, so she suggested taking him with me.
Ah, I see. What can I get you?
Something cold.
Sure. Something cold. Is there a cold option? No? Okay. Well, we're just gonna have to find something. Let's get her something sour with on the rocks. And let's just look for anything that has on the rocks. Mercury, yeah, Mercury Blast. Let's do it. Mercury Blast is dope. And it's spicy. The Flanner Guide is supposed to be spicy from what I was reading on the internet. It's gotta be blended. Here.
Yeah, this is the one.
Why drink something cold when the weather outside is so cold too?
It's not that cold, actually. But I've always had decent tolerance for the cold, so I'm not a good reference.
So, Stella isn't with you today?
She's throwing a mega Christmas party tomorrow and having a meeting today. I'm just helping her by checking on some of the things she's ordered.
And here I was, all ready to invite you to the party we're throwing tomorrow.
You're throwing a party too? Sorry about that. Can't really say no to Stella.
Maybe next time? If there's a next time at all. Don't worry about it. It's not a big deal.
I want you to know that I want you to have a good time. Have fun. Drink a couple of beers in our honor.
I will then. What are Stella's Christmas parties like?
Yeah, they're really big. There's lots of food and drinks and music. Sometimes there's too much food, though. So at the end of the party, she lets the staff take on whatever's left. She also buys toys for all the children of her staff members.
Really?
She says something about taxes or whatever, but during the whole thing, she just shines. She carries a beaming smile that I don't see any other day of the year. Many of the kids have even started calling her Auntie Ella. Stella always does her best to put up a tough girl facade, but she's very much in touch with her inner child. Christmas, Easter, Halloween, name a party, and she most likely celebrates it big.
Interesting.
Do you like parties, Jill?
I don't mind them. They're a good place to see people. I'm not one to actively look for parties to attend, though. I just don't mind going to them.
I see. I only go to parties that Stella is attending because otherwise I just stand there without anything to say. That and I'm not one to wear dresses, you know?
You're not?
I'm a tattoo ripped. They don't look cute on me. Although, with all this healing I have to do, I won't be as fit for a while. They're too, breezy too. I feel like I'm wearing nothing. But I bet you'd look good in a dress, Jill.
It's been years since I last wore one. I wouldn't know. Last time I wore one, I remember wearing my arms were too thin or something like that.
We all have a complex, huh? I mean, even Stella has her own.
That's hard to imagine.
Oh, but she does have one. She just stresses a lot about her bust size.
Really? She's not that small. I think I'm smaller than her, in fact.
Actually, it's the opposite. The opposite kind of complex, I mean. She's a bit self-conscious about having a big chest.
Really? Again, I've seen bigger chests than hers, to be honest. Although, I guess comparisons are useless here. They rarely help with complexes.
Well, she does go to the extra mile to hide it. In fact, I have no idea how she does it. I mean, I've seen her before, and after she tucks them away, but I guess I never cared enough to ask the specifics. That's also why when she goes out, she styles her hair in those,
drills.
Yeah, they don't look a bit drilly, don't they? She styles her hair like that to help divert attention away from her chest.
She seems affluent enough. Why not go through a reduction surgery?
Because she's also kind of likes having that size. She takes her bust size after her mom, and Miss Carmine is quite proud of her chest. Puffing out your chest is a sign of confidence, and a bigger chest means more confidence to show. She says something along those lines a lot. Stella has quite the admiration for her mom, so I guess breast reduction would feel like betraying her?
Huh.
I'm making it sound like she's hiding J-cups or something like that. I guess in a taller or thicker person, her size would be normal. She's just a bit shorter or thinner than the norm. Do you get self-conscious about your bust size, Jill?
Not really. I've been more self-conscious about my height. Although it usually comes up whenever not being average height hinders me somehow. What about you?
Yes, and no? It's not my bust size, but rather that I look too manly sometimes. And I can't help but wonder if bigger boobs would help with that.
You're fine, don't worry.
Thank you.
Can I get you anything else?
Do you have something non-alcoholic?
I do. Give me a sec. Alright. Which ones do not have alcohol? Bleeding Jane. Sobering. Let's do this one. She might like this one. Blender guide. All blended. The Bleeding Jane. I'll wait until it gets fast. Boom, boom. Here.
Thanks.
You're not one to drink that much alcohol, are you?
It makes me feel sleepy, or at the very least makes my legs go numb. It's an annoying feeling, to be honest. It makes me wonder what's so good about getting drunk. I mean, I'm not above it, but it's not exactly a pleasant feeling. You feel like you're sleepy even when you're not. Your legs go numb, everything starts sounding funnier than it really is. What's so good about not being able to control yourself?
That's a good question, actually. Usually people like feeling numb because that numbness helps them forget their problems. Even if we don't talk about alcohol, there's a portion of people that can't afford food, or who are suffering from some pain that only alleviates when drunk or high. It doesn't sound really logical or on paper, but then again, humans are rarely, if ever, logical creatures. Despair and pain cloud your judgment and make you do stupid things sometimes.
Yeah, I've seen that firsthand. This world has an ugly side nobody deserves to be a part of.
There's also a matter of addiction, you know? You start just liking the drink, but then you need more of it, and before you know it, you're hooked.
Oh yeah, that too. So, tell me, what kind of party are you guys throwing?
Nothing fancy. It'll just be me, Boss, Gil, and a couple of regulars. They'll bring food, we'll chat for a while, and that's it.
Man, that sounds no good. So good. At least better than the whole planning madness Stella is throwing right now. If you ever throw something like that again, you let me know, you hear?
Sure. Hey, say,
Yeah. What do you plan on doing now? I'm gonna check one last errand before going home. No, I mean, what do you plan on doing now with the White Knights disbanded and all? To be honest, I don't know. I never prepared a plan B because I figured if you can go with a plan B, why not just make it the plan A? I'm not the brightest person, so I never graduated from college or even high school. Oh well. I could go for a position with the police, but it wouldn't be as thrilling. And I'm tired of blatant corruption. Sick of it. Oh. But I'm alive. I learned something after that hell in Apollo Trust. Life is not something that you can just throw away easily. Clawing my way out of that place made me realize just how much I want to be alive. The body count left in the bank was ridiculous, but I'm still here. I don't know what I'll do, but I'm alive. I'll figure it out sooner or later. That's nice to know. Well, I gotta go. Bye, Jill. Good luck with the party. Please, come again. Welcome to Valhalla. Oh, hi, Mr. Detective.
Ah, hi there. Hey there, girl. Give me a strong drink. Well, don't do...
Alright, strong drink, eh? Perhaps something manly? Yeah, probably. Manly drinks. Give him a gut punch. This guy seems like he'd really like a gut punch. And we're definitely getting alcohol in there. Here you go.
Yes, this'll do.
So, what brought you here?
Nothing special. I was just working on a case and happened to be in the area.
What kind of work?
Tracking someone, a gun for hire.
What about the girl? Crimson something?
I am tracking that girl.
Didn't you just get out of that job?
I did, but the guy offered a huge amount of money, and well, I just couldn't refuse again.
Well, it's your life, not mine. I wonder though, there has to be more to that whole thing than just acting as middlemen to look for some murderer.
Say, how safe is this place?
We're protected by the BTC property laws. The walls are soundproof, and I really couldn't give less of a shit about selling info to anyone.
Okay then, wait. Soundproof walls? Why?
Did you see those vending machines outside? They're quite talkative, the bastards. It'd be annoying without those walls.
Alright then. Have you heard of Lord Lance Lavender?
Nope.
He's some big name from Kanye-vania. His blood apparently has some weird reaction to Glitch City's nanomachines. Once in contact with the air, it does nothing. But if still fresh and touching someone's blood, the nanomachines will initiate a reaction. Essentially, they'll just eat through the other person's body until there's nothing left. Damn! They're using him as a guinea pig to see what causes that reaction, and if it could be used to fight nanomachine rejection. Well, turns out that Crimson Rose is his daughter. She left years ago to earn her living here, and he hasn't seen her ever since.
He could be lying, you know.
Doubt it. I did my research. She really is his daughter.
Why didn't you go figure that out earlier?
I had no clue who was making the contract, and tracking all the messages to the source wouldn't have been too costly. Knowing who the sender was made things easier.
I see. Can I get you anything else?
What about a Cobalt Velvet?
Okay. Cobalt Velvet. On the rocks and mix. What? Adelhyde. Planner guide. Garment. Oops, I messed up. My bad. On the rocks and mixed. Here you are.
Oh, you actually did it.
Were you expecting me to mess up, or so you didn't have to pay?
No.
So what made you accept the contract anyway? Keep in mind all the risks you told me last time.
He told me he wanted to see her again one last time, or at the very least deliver her message.
He could have been lying.
Yes, people lie. You made your point. Even then, I felt like I couldn't say no. I mean, I know what it's like not being able to find your daughter. What it's like to be apart from her, not knowing what she's doing or even if she's alright.
You do?
I have a daughter. She's about your age. When she was a teen, we had a big fight and she ran away from home. At first, I just waited for her to show up, but then I started getting worried and went out to find her. I couldn't find any trace of her. Nobody had seen her. Soon, I was worried if something might have happened to her. I guess that's how my tracking skills and listed contacts began to grow. I finally found her. taking cover in some dumpster, unconscious from starvation. So yeah, I just couldn't say no to his request of finding his daughter, but I don't expect you to understand.
So, how's the search going?
I'm very close to finding her. That girl's pretty good at covering her tracks. Compared to her from before the bank incident, though, she seems slower, somehow. Either she's let her guard down or something else is happening.
What will you do when you find her?
I have this letter I'm supposed to deliver to her. I don't know what it says and I don't want to find out.
What if she tries to kill you?
I might not look like it, but I can take care of myself, Bartender. You don't stay so long in this business without picking up a couple of tricks.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Okay, I better go back to work before our trail goes cold.
Please come back. Or come again. Are you done?
Yeah. Okay then, I want you here tomorrow at 8 p.m. No working beforehand, the bar will be closed tomorrow. Come dressed in your absolute best. We're having a party after all.
Alright. Where's Gil, by the way?
He stored all of our things in his home because of how close it was to the stores. So I told him to go home already and bring the stuff tomorrow.
I see. Well, see you tomorrow, boss.
Hold on, wait a bit, and I'll go with you.
Oh, sure. Thanks.
Oh, yeah, that's all it's done. Thank you so much for watching this episode of NBTV, and I'll see you in the next episode. Peace.